Hello everyone, it's just Brew here, and y'all know what time it is. It's time to play some more Pokemon Gold version Nuzlocke. Today, we are going to be continuing from where we left off. We just beat Morty here in Ecruteak City. Let's go to our badges. We've completed the first 4 badges of Johto. And so now, we're going to be moving on to the 5th badge. But before we get there, we're going to be training and doing some stuff. But yeah, you know, I originally wasn't gonna record a session today, but I said, you know what, we gotta do it. It's time. We gotta jump in the saddle and we gotta push forward. So that's what we're gonna do. Today we're gonna climb I think it's the Olivine Lighthouse. Is that what it's called? Does that sound right? We're going to climb up there, and yeah, we could get a lot of experience. We're going to kind of focus on Butterfree for a little bit, because Butterfree is going to have like type advantage against fighting. Originally, I wasn't going to record a session today, but I'm really tired. I did not sleep well last night, so as you can hear, I'm like really congested. But I'm really tired today, so I should be able to sleep pretty well tonight. My wife suggests I take some medicine, and honestly, I should. But I think I'll be all right. One of the reasons why I wanted to record is I was watching some YouTube. I was going through my normal stuff when I saw this video of, I'm not gonna say who it was, I just saw a video of a young person. He was a person that's channel was kind of like mine, but he was really depressed. He was really like sad, and he was talking about how he didn't really enjoy his life, and that he kind of was very bored with life, and he kind of like was just done with it. And in so many words, he said something along those lines, and it made me really sad for him. And it kind of made me wish that I could reach out to him, but I can't. There's not really anything. There's no likelihood that I would ever I could comment on his video, right? And I could say like, hey, watch this video where I talk to you about this or whatever. But that's kind of unrealistic. But at the same time, I know how he feels. At one point in my life, I felt very similar to how he was explaining how he felt. He was saying like he just didn't care about anything, how he was kind of depressed, how he was kind of sad. And in my mid-20s, I kind of felt that way. Mid to late 20s, well, I wouldn't even, mid to late 20s, I kind of felt that way. And somewhere, it's so weird. I don't know how to explain this. Well, I do know how to explain it, but it's hard to do it in so many words. 2020 kind of shifted my life around. The events of like COVID and the events of like political things that were happening and just things that were happening like all around the world and happening to other people, like things kind of fell into place for me. It was almost like being in such a bad position forced me to recalibrate how I was handling life. And I have been significantly better lately than I was. It hasn't been perfect, because like for a while I had to go to therapy and talk to a therapist about stuff. But I've always been aware that I have the tools to kind of fix things for myself. Like, I'm a firm believer that you have all the tools to fix yourself in here. Your brain is a shed, and the tools to fix that shed are inside the shed. The thing is, sometimes when you go to therapy, like, you're asking for some help. You're asking for somebody to help hold the tools or to read the instructions to you. That's what therapy can be. But yeah, I saw that video and I was thinking to myself, like, man, I'm in such a better place than I was. Like, things weren't perfect. A big problem that I was facing was I was blind. I mean, I'm blind in one eye, but like, I was adjusting to that, and then I was really terrified of what was to come. My biggest hurdle that I had to overcome was when I was getting my eye taken out. There's a very small chance that you can have both eyes freak out, and then you go permanently blind from having one eye worked on. I just didn't know what would happen after I had my eye surgery. I was really terrified that I was going to go blind, and I was really afraid because I couldn't imagine living blind. But all that being said, now that like time of my life is over, hopefully that is all just like a thing in the rearview mirror. My life has gotten significantly better. There's still days where I have troubles and struggles and stuff, but like, I don't know. I also don't know, like, for a long time, a hobby of mine was giving advice to people, and I stopped doing that. I used to give advice to young people. That used to be like a hobby of mine. The thing is, I had to stop doing that. And I think part of the reason why I had to stop doing it is when you are doing that, sometimes you're doing that for a cathartic reason. You're doing it because helping people with their problems kind of simulates the pleasure of fixing your own problems, when in reality, you might not actually be doing anything. So, I had to stop doing that. COVID specifically ended my hobby of helping young people with their problems, because young people have about, I discussed this with my coworker earlier, young people have about 6 problems. Sometimes they have more complicated issues or more specific issues, more niche problems, but basically they go through like 6 different, where's the camera? 6 different things. Oh, wait. 6 different possible things that they could be having problems with. It's usually, I can't find a significant other. I'm having trouble with my significant other. I'm having trouble with my parents. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm depressed. I feel like an issue with my sexuality. It's one of those six things. Or I feel an issue with my sexuality, or I feel an issue with like my social standing in life. So the thing is, like, most of the time when you're helping a young person, you can just like narrow it down to one of those 6 problems. And the thing that like fixes like half of those is move out of your parents' house. Like, it's so easy to just tell a young person, like, hey, you need to get out of your parents' house. You need to start moving and being productive, like do something worthwhile. But the problem with 2020 was that we had bigger problems. At the beginning of COVID, we didn't know what the impact of COVID was going to be, and so we had bigger issues at hand. But a lot of Oh, Mom bought a polka doll. We had bigger issues at hand, but we just didn't know what exactly they were. The problem is that teenagers and young people were still asking the same questions, but through a new lens. Now their question was, how am I going to date during COVID? How am I going to date during lockdown? And it's like, dude, there's people literally fighting each other at the store for toilet paper right now. Like, maybe you reprioritize what your problems are. But yeah, I just saw that video earlier, and it reminded me of like when I was having a rougher time, and it made me kind of sad for that guy. It made me kind of wish that I could reach out to him and have like an actual conversation and sit down with him. There's no advice that I could give him over the internet or not face to face that wouldn't sound like I'm just like being condescending and tooting my own horn and being like an asshole. Like, one of the things that I would say to him is not to be a dick, but when we are a kid, when you're a little kid and something bad happens to you, our reaction to it is to cry and to break down. And it doesn't require anything significantly huge to do that. A lot of times it's something like a toy that can be replaced or fixed breaks, or we fall off of our bike, or we're losing a game of Uno, and our reaction to it is to be upset. And the reason, and it's legit, it's not, despite our reaction as adults to make fun of a kid for like crying over losing an Uno game. Despite the fact that adults will cry or will make fun of a kid for crying over an Uno game, to that kid, that is the biggest disaster he's faced up until that point, right? And so, for him, it's legitimate. Like, it's a legitimate concern. It's a legitimate, like, it's awful. So a lot of times in life, when we are backed into that corner, I think we're going to try a hyperfang here. A lot of times in life, when we are backed into that corner and we don't know what to do with our life, we don't know what to do with ourselves, and we just feel depressed and broken, it is because we don't really yet have the perspective to appreciate our situation, to realize that, like, man, things could be a lot worse. Like, yeah, it's sad. It feels bad that, like, TV's evolving. It feels bad that, like, maybe you don't like your job, or maybe you don't feel like you don't have a direction. Maybe you've become, like, complacent with things, and maybe you just don't like the condition your life is in. But the thing is, you have a roof over your head. You are historically one of the wealthiest people that has ever lived on the planet. I know that sounds crazy, but like, when you take into consideration everybody that's ever lived, every human, every Neanderthal, every like person, like, yeah, if you take into consideration most of the people on the planet, like, you're probably doing pretty good. I don't know. Sorry to be so preachy. Sorry to talk about all that. It was just on my mind. I'd seen that earlier, and it really upset me to know that there's somebody out there struggling, and it doesn't seem like there's anybody around to give them any help. Right now, I'm trying this. It's called Sweet Orange Naturally Flavored Sparkling Water. And, oh, it's a 7-Eleven product. I did not realize this. So it's called Sweet Orange. Let me see if you can see it. And it's sparkling water with a little bit of orange flavor in it. And it's not bad, but I don't know. I was talking to my wife about this earlier. I wouldn't say it's perfect. It's not the best sparkling water I've ever had or anything, but it's pretty good. But it's just not perfect. Now that I know it's a 7-Eleven like generic product, it kind of makes sense. 7-Eleven stuff is all passable. Like it's okay. It's not like great, but it's not bad either. It's all serviceable. We'll switch to Chomp Chomp. One thing that I keep talking about that I'm like really grateful for is that I'm glad that I'm somebody that can enjoy my hobbies while also maintaining perspective on like what's going on in the world around me. And also, this is a big thing. It's like in the world that's actually going on around me, like things that are directly affecting, like, I don't know, like things that are actually tangibly affected by my physical actions or things that I can actionably do. I'm not worried about like what's going on somewhere else. I'm not worried about like who people on social media are arguing about or what they're arguing about. Like, over time I've realized that that is all a waste of energy. It's one thing to have like an opinion, but like it's another for you to ask me to get like worked up over it. I think a lot of people are getting to a point where they're kind of tired of doing that on a regular basis. Now Mercury's evolving. What the heck? Everybody's evolving. So we need to keep going until we can get a Moonstone, and then we can evolve Nidorina into Nidoqueen. Let's see what he's got. Is this the guy from the SS Anne in Red and Blue? I think he has like a Growlithe and a Vulpix. Wiped out. Man, I've been getting a lot of like comments in my videos in the past 2 days from people like suggesting I play like various Pokemon related stuff. Somebody today, I can't remember their name. It was like a number. It was like a letter and 2 numbers. They suggested that I play like a randomizer of Pokemon Gold. I don't want to play a randomizer specifically of this, but I do want to play a randomizer eventually, and I want to play a randomizer of. I told him, and so like I'm just gonna spill the beans about like what my plan is. I'm gonna play through all the Final Fantasy games, and I'm gonna play through all of the Pokemon games. I'm gonna do a Nuzlocke of each of them, all of the ones up till 5th gen. And once I have all of those complete, then I will switch to doing like randomizers and ROM hacks. I found a tool for making randomizers like with your own custom rules, and I think I'm going to fiddle with that a little bit. But I've just got tons and tons of plans for things I want to do, and just I don't know. I don't have all the time in the world, but I have a decent amount of time. Every day after work, I play Pokemon for about an hour, or maybe a couple hours, depending on like if there's anything else going on. I film a couple sessions and I just upload them every couple days, and that seems to be what's working for me so far on my YouTube channel. There seem to be a lot of people that really just like the vibe of just hanging out and chatting and playing some Pokemon and playing some JRPGs. A lot of people really want me to play some more dungeon crawler stuff, and I want to do that eventually. Today I went for a walk. I went for kind of a longish walk. I'm going to try to go a little bit longer each day. What I'm going to do is, after I get off work, I'm immediately going to set out to go for a quick walk. And I'm going to increase the distance by like a block or so, or like a half a block each day, and make it just a little bit further. But today, I was surprised because like I did the walk and I was like winded by the end of it. I was kind of like sweaty. But I sat down for a second, and when I stood back up, my knees hurt. And I was like, what is that? I've never had that happen. Okay, that looked like it was going to be a lot scarier than it was. Okay. I think as long as we quick attack after this, we're good. Okay, we gotta leave. I have well, actually, wait, do we have any? We have healing items and stuff, so let's go ahead and heal up. And just keep going. I have a prospective D&D related thing coming up. And so I thought about turning that into content somehow. Maybe walking you all through how I like prep for D&D or something like that. I think that would be fun. I have to come up with some means of like holding my camera or having my camera held up so that you all can see what I'm doing like on paper. I have a new desk back here, and I think it would be fun to show that setup. Yeah, I had some friends of me and my wife. They were showing maybe some like mild interest in maybe playing D&D, and I said, you know, the only thing that's stopping me is that I just need a certain number of players. If I have that number of players, then I can run it. And Firo looks pretty good in this. That might actually be the best sprite of Firo I've ever seen, just because they're not doing anything weird with him, if that makes any sense. They're not like twisting his neck any specific way or like positioning him weird. But yeah, so I could possibly have like a D&D related thing coming up. I just need a certain number of players. But I don't play over the internet. I don't play on my computer. I try not to anyway. And so I only play in person. I've had people kind of ask me like, hey, can you run something for me on the internet, or can you run something for me and my friends online? And I try not to. I don't really have much of an interest in doing that sort of thing. I enjoy being able to see my players and like look them in the eye. So I like being able to look my players in the eye when I tell them your character died. Swagger. Swagger's the TM we just got. Okay. I don't think we can go any higher. So we gotta figure out what's going on there. I think we fall down one of these. What is the I can't remember what the oh wait, it's this. Let's switch to Wendy. Man, we gotta get another. We gotta get another like water or another wind type. I keep saying flying type. We gotta get another flying type move for Wendy, because he isn't doing very much damage. Okay. Who found an ether? Wanted to battle Jasmine, but she's not up to it now. Dang. Wow, that didn't do jack crap. We got a lot of critical hits with Breeze. Let's get rid of Harden. Okay. Hunt a Great Ball. Alright, I think there's an item up here somewhere. Yep, there it is. This Pokemon has always kept the sea lit, but it suddenly got sick. It's gasping for air. I understand that there is a wonderful pharmacy in Cyanwood, but that's across the sea, and I can't leave Amphi unattended. May I ask you to get some medicine for me, please? Why, sure. Alright, I'm going to go to the Pokemon Center, and then we're going to end this session for today. Yeah, I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. I appreciate it. I enjoy it when you guys come and hang out with me and we can play some video games. Sorry if today was like a little preachy or a little ranty, but like I said, I was just kind of... It doesn't make me feel good to see other people like in a bad way like that, and I don't know. I just hope that if you are ever having like a time like that in your life, that you take the time to look back and take some, to look at it with a different perspective and to maybe appreciate what you got. I know it's not ever, like, life isn't perfect, but, don't say it's worthless. Don't say that all this is, like, not worth anything or that you wish it was over. Alright, Bruce saved the game. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Y'all be safe out there.